Navona.
You got it.
A catering, well, more than that. We'll get into that.
Yep.
But a company here in Gahanna that's been around for like 2.5 years. So they are really, it's more than catering, right? It's more the venue where you have weddings and corporate events and things like that. So I'll let you just talk. You know, you tell us exactly what you guys do.
Sure. So Navona is an all-inclusive event center. So we have full bar, full kitchen, custom made from scratch cuisine. It's got a nice modern rustic interior, beautiful outdoor patio, so it can really be the perfect space for an event that's just 10 guests to 250 guests is a kind of our max.
Right, cool. So, and we will take a tour later. They have a great website, and you can see exactly what their place looks like, because it is a beautiful place. I've only been to one event there, but we really enjoyed it while we were there. So, but let's start a little bit about you, because you've been there now for, I know, in a couple roles. So, So let's explain, what do you do?
Yeah, so right now I'm the corporate and social events coordinator. So basically I handle all the events that are not a wedding. Okay. So we have a separate wedding coordinator, and then I do anything from birthday parties to bridal showers to corporate training sessions, holiday parties, things like that.
Okay.
And so I started in that role in July. I previously was just a banquet server. It was my weekend gig to make money instead of spending my money. I worked at a marketing company during the week, and so and I did that for a year and a half. So I really got to see the joy these events, for whatever the event was, I could see the joy that the client had, and I was really looking for a role that allowed me to have that personal interaction and reward. And so when business has been growing so much for them, especially with weddings, it's such a huge industry, and they needed to hire another event coordinator and create a different role for that. And so I jumped on that, and so I've been in this role since July.
Okay. And I know we talked about this, right? It's no longer, it's not 9 to 5 by any means, right?
Definitely
so, like
not.
You said, often 7 days a week, evenings, whatever it takes, right? That's the nature of the restaurant in that whole industry. I know it's different. So I am interested to know, because we like to talk the business side of things. When I was there, it's just a fantastic place. I mean, it's beautiful. The food was really good. So I'm sure you're getting a lot of referrals, a lot of people learning. You're probably getting a lot of reoccurring clients. But what are you doing, like, proactively? Do you have to? Is there much you have to do these days proactively?
Well, for me specifically, the weddings, it's just, they're always coming in. People are always looking to get married. It's that part of the business is, it's easier. People are just always coming in. For my side of things, it's more of educating people that we aren't just a wedding venue. So I've been, and I'll try to stop by here one time, but our chef will make these bacon chocolate chip cookies and like lime shortbread cookies, and I'm like passing those out to like businesses and just stopping by and just handing out information, because I think it's kind of a combination of, there's where we're at on North Hamilton, there's just so many other businesses there that people often don't notice us, and then if they do have heard of us, they probably associate us with just a wedding venue. And so it's trying to change, or educate people that we're here, and build that awareness.
Right. Well, and not just that, because prior to this business opening, it was a restaurant.
It was a restaurant, yeah.
So you
absolutely.
have people popping in now and then. So.
Yeah, and they'll pop in, and they're like, this isn't a restaurant anymore, like looking to sit at a table, and you can't do that.
4 years later or so. I've told you before, I lament that you guys don't do that, because the food is really good and the place is great, so it's just a great place to visit. So the weddings, we know there's a wedding season, but as far as corporate events, is that pretty consistent throughout the year?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, we're getting into the holiday party season, so those are booking up. So that's kind of the season we're about to go into, and then it's pretty much May to October is all weddings. Weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. It gets pretty crazy.
Yeah. So like how far? Like where are we for 2019? Is that
people are already planning 2020? Like people are booking into 2020.
It's
they're
I'm not in the wedding.
Yeah. I mean which is great. I mean who doesn't love to have a celebration?
Right.
But it blows my mind sometimes when they're like looking for 2020. Yeah. And it's like, wow, we're already looking into 2020. That's crazy.
That's some planning. So well, cool.
So, what I wanted to do and spend a good amount of time, more than usual, is the website, because it is a great resource. Obviously, just to reach out to you, but you guys do a great job of putting what your venue looks like there as well. So, we'll go to the website now, and I'll let you, Nick, take over a little bit from the beginning to show people. So right now the screen is probably what folks are seeing.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, this would be the home screen that people would see. If they want to contact us directly, they can click those buttons there. But this first screen there is the back patio that you kind of see there. So that's for weddings. That's the kind of the arbor that the couples stand under. But this is also great space for like a cocktail hour. We can set up a bar out there, have appetizers. It's like a really beautiful space. We had a Hawaiian luau out there one time.
Okay.
So it just makes for a nice outdoor space, and a lot of people don't notice that.
Did you build this out, or had they already had a patio? Do you know?
The owners did, yeah.
Okay.
So Mario Nedokoski is one of the owners, and he did all of the like interior work and working on all the back patio, like all the planning of all that stuff. So he does phenomenal work.
Okay. And real quick, you did talk about the food. So you have one main chef.
So we have an executive chef, and then we have 2 sous chefs.
Okay.
And then we have our standard menus, and all the menus are online.
Okay.
But it's all, like I said, custom and made from scratch. So if there's something that the client really wants, they can absolutely make it happen. We have, I had this lady stop in, and she really wants to do, she's Russian, so she wants to do like a sliced baguettes with caviar on them. And I was like, George, can we do this? And he was like, oh yeah, we can do that. Like, so I mean,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's nice to be able to always say yes to the client.
Well, cool. All right, well, let's go back, sorry, to the production crew back there. I digress for a little bit. We'll come back here to the website.
Yeah, so these are just like, some images. Those are like our scoops of fruit on cones, which are really yummy. This is just some information on the different events. And then you can do like start a tour here, and I think that goes to that. Yeah, and I already have that pulled up.
Well, what was cool too, as you're going to show them, it's a 360. So
so then you're in this like 3D virtual tour here, and so you can kind of click around, and it's kind of like Google Maps in the way you can like drag and drop. So this is the main ballroom here. So we can fit up to 190 people in here for a dinner. This is the dance floor here. The linens, all of our packages, well, most of our packages, the linens are included as well, and they can be in like 80 different colors. So we can, be creative for exactly what they want. I don't know if this will let me look up here. Oh yeah, it does. So up here we have like disco ball lighting. So if it's like a dance party, we can turn those on. Yeah, so we can really set the room up however the client wants. So this is kind of set up for, sweetheart table for just the bride and the groom here, and then the guests seating.
Yeah.
So let's roll back
That's
in
awesome.
here. So in here is this is the sycamore room is what we call it, but it's the bar area. So there's like a cool tree up there. This is typically where we have like cocktail hour. There's a coffee station always in here. The bar can be set up just like a cash bar. We can do a host bar, totally open. Just depends on what the client wants and what's appropriate for that. We can do like party, like signature drinks for weddings. A big like his and her drink is a big popular thing. For the high school prom that I had a tour with this morning, obviously they're high school kids, so we're going to do like a non-alcoholic party punch for them, but something that they're going to really enjoy and feel like it's a special evening for them. This room over here is the piazza room. So this is typically where we have a buffet in here, but this is also nice if it's a smaller corporate meeting, or even just a smaller event, about 50 people or less. We'll have it just in the piazza room there with the bar, and it makes for just a nice space. So we'll close off the ballroom here with those barn doors. We'll close that off so it doesn't, because the last thing you want to be in a venue is the space to be too big for the amount of people, and it just feels empty and kind of weird.
No one's there.
Yeah. So we can kind of customize the space. We can shape it to whatever is appropriate for that event, and also you get the whole venue. We don't have multiple events going on at the same time, and we don't charge to use each room, so you get the whole venue.
Right. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on the website you want to show folks?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, there's like we have in the back there. We have the 2 suites, which I don't know if you got to check the chance to see those when you were there.
I can't remember if I did or not.
Let's take a peek in there. So we have was a tap room is what I called, but it's kind of like where the guys get ready for
Okay.
weddings. But
All right. Oh, cool.
so this is the tap room.
Awesome.
But last Saturday we had a karaoke. This was the karaoke room.
Okay.
For like a corporate party.
Okay.
This was their like
Yeah, 'cause
annual party.
That's awesome.
We dimmed the lights. They brought in like a karaoke machine. They had disco ball in there. But there's dartboard. There's the billiards table, and then that's a kegerator, so we can bring in like any if you want a keg from whatever brewery you want. And then over here, this is kind of where those are the guest restrooms, and everyone loves this giant mirror there. But this is we lost it. This is the bridal suite, so this is typically where the girls get ready. But it also, for non-wedding events, they still get this space.
Okay.
And so this room actually locks up as well. And so it's really nice for people that have, if there's gifts or even just like your bag and your phone, and it's nice to have that peace of mind to have things kind of locked up.
Okay. Well, cool.
Yeah.
With the website again?
Yeah.
What is it?
Navona.com.
Okay. Navona.com.
Yeah.
So check that out because it's great information, but you'll find out how to get a hold of Nick and his counterpart with weddings. So
Yeah.
So coming back to us, there's one more aspect of this as we wind down here. I know you're not a restaurant; people can't come in, but you do have carryout.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about that because it's a great, today's Friday, right? So a great time to plow ahead. So, but talk about what you have available and for how many people.
Yeah, so I mean it's still the same concept. Whatever you want can be made. The original pricing that we have is kind of for 10, like groups of 10. Okay. So if you have 20 people, then we're gonna, everything's gonna be priced for 10 people.
Right.
But it can be your deli sandwiches and salads, like your standard lunch, or it could be our Asiago chicken, it could be our Mongolian beef, it could be the salmon, it could be the lasagna, whatever you would want it to be, whatever is appropriate. We could also just do appetizers. We can just do something like that. So it's
we're in football season. Are you seeing a lot of orders for that? I mean,
we've had some like barbecues, like the pulled pork and things like that. But it's all just everything. Like I think we talked about this earlier, that every day is different. Every client that I get to work with is different. Right. Being not the weddings, that it can go from the high school prom to the corporate holiday party where people are, it's just totally different for each event.
Well, any kind of like Italian flavoring? I mean, the Italian name, is that just the name because it's a cool place in Rome?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that, it doesn't matter, right?
So we don't, I wouldn't say we like have a staple Italian dish. We don't really, I don't think we want to pigeon ourselves into a specific type of cuisine because we want it to be whatever the client wants. Yeah. We're trying to plan a Diwali night, so like an Indian celebration, so we're all making, different Indian dishes. So we don't want to be known as like just the Italian catering place, because we want our clients to have whatever is appropriate for them.
Okay.
But we do have, in February, we're working with the Gahanna Parks and Rec Department. We're working on some adult programming to have for the community, and it's called a Tasting Culture Series. And so, it's 3 weeks in February, just one night a week, and it's like the first night's like an Italian wine and cheese and appetizer, things like that. It kind of goes back to our Italian roots.
Right.
But like just basically like a wine tasting.
Right.
Then in the second week, it's the week of Valentine's Day, is like a love and soul food event. So we're having a local blues artist, Sean Booker. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's an awesome.
I know the name.
Yeah, she's fantastic. So she's coming in and she's going to be singing live music, and we're going to have soul food, and it's different. I think we're going to do like 8 different waves of food, and people just like passing out appetizers. And so, and then the third one is like a tapas and local taps. So we're going to be working with a local brewery to bring in, so it's like a beer tasting. So we're trying to have some community events so people don't have to be. It's not just a wedding or like something for their company, so people can come experience the space, especially during kind of our off season in February.
Right.
Yeah.
And while we're here in Gahanna, if you're part of the Gahanna Chamber of Commerce,
keep an eye out for that because they're there periodically,
Mhm.
and that's how I got to experience it. And that's why I try to get on that queue anyway to have some of the food. So
Yeah, yeah.
all right, well, Nick, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a good, so check it out. I mean, it really is a great place, great food. So, but thank you for the time. Next week we'll be meeting with Alan Proctor from Social Ventures. So join us then. But otherwise, in the meantime, looks like a beautiful weekend. So enjoy it, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Okay, good, we're done. So thank you.
Hey, thanks so much.
That was
Appreciate
good.
it.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I wanted to come back at your partners and stuff. I'm always a little careful just to throw it out there because we had somebody who said, "Oh, we had a falling out with that."
But
company."
actually glad you didn't bring it up because that's the wrong name, and we've been like bugging the website people to change that name. Like the wedding, like mine is right,
Okay.
but the wedding, like
Is that the old one?
yeah, it's the old one.
Okay.
So I'm glad you didn't bring it up, but it's all good. Yeah,
Yeah, because they'll find you. Right?
yeah, they'll find. And like that's, I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't been fixed yet.
Yeah.
But
And she probably, what's her name?
The new
wedding?
one?
Yeah.
Christy is her
So
name.
she still gets those, right?
Yeah, she
So,
still
but
gets it.
still,
So people go there,
I
and
know.
yeah, absolutely.
It would work, but I mean, like the partners. I had somebody who had just had a falling out with their partner.
Oh
They
no,
mentioned
yeah,
the
that
partner,
wasn't
so-
gonna work.
It's a good one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
Things worked out at your end?
Yeah, it's fine.
I know I was joking a little bit because I should have talked about what digress did I do that when we went to the website and I digressed about something. I'm like, oh boy, I should have waited. So I'm forgetting what that was already. So what's your day hold today?
I'm going up to Cleveland for a friend's wedding, so
Oh,
I
okay.
actually get to not work this week.
Okay.
I work on Sunday.
You get to judge somebody
Yeah.
else's place.
Yeah,
and
no, it's
rub their nose
yeah,
in it.
yeah.
So-
It's weird when you work events, you scrutinize other events when you go.
Oh,
there.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's the nature of it. So
Yeah.
we will. So we'll try to find a reason, because 10 is probably about where we're at. Like we have a holiday party here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we're hoping it gets big enough, of course, that we need to do something different.
Sure.
We also like showing our place off too. It's,
Yeah, yeah.
a little humble place, but
Yeah, and this is a really cool office, and you guys have like decorated it super cool.
Yeah,
it's
no.
like a fun. It looks like a fun place to work.
well, if, we
Jesus.
I joked that we had a conference table in here and we came across a 80% off purple couch. So
Oh yeah, good
Hey,
job.
Thanks.
That was awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll have to. The next time the chamber's there, I'll look. We'll have to go there because it really is a good place.
Really.
It's a cool place and good food. So.
Does the chamber use it a lot?
Yeah.
You're like
we-
the go-to.
Yeah,
go-to
I mean,
place
I
for
think
the
we give them
event?
a pretty good discount, so to just keep them in our good graces. But
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, then it gets to boost out to all the members,
For
right?
sure,
So hopefully it's like,
And
yeah,
they're
you're
all
giving them a
local.
good deal, but it's like advertising for you, right?
no, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
that's
yeah. They've
cool.
been a great partner for us. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know they definitely have one next month, and then they have one in January that they're looking at too, their
Okay.
annual meeting or something like that.
Yeah.
So
So-
Leslie calls me all the time, and she's usually in a panic, like I don't know what we haven't talked about this yet, but it's coming up. And
They've struggled. I know Leslie's had issues with, Leslie's not an email person, right?
No.
She's, so they've had, so that's probably why periodically I get some and I don't. I've been knocked off the list when I shouldn't be, so. But I'll have to follow up with Leslie or just get on the website and figure out when they're gonna be there.
yeah,
So,
So we try to post everything up from LinkedIn to Facebook to Twitter.
awesome.
We had a slight problem with the sound sync being off. That's why we do backups and stuff.
Okay,
So within like an hour and a half, we'll have
Cool.
a re-edited version that'll
Sweet.
actually be 4K.
Awesome.
You can post on it and everything like that, but it's kind of annoying for people to watch it when the sound sync is off a little bit.
Sure.
So when the new one comes up, that would be the one that
That'd be
I
the one
really
to do?
try to
Okay.
like push out more.
Awesome.
So, but again, that's why we do redundancies. It's like with all the stuff that we do, it seems like there's always something. But that's
Something
the
always
point.
happens, yeah.
The point is just like backing it up so we're within an hour, even if the live is a little off,
yeah,
we can have like a really good finished product.
nice.
That makes you guys look good.
Awesome.
And you did a good job.
Thanks.
And to me, it's like kind of like my babies. When something like that goes off, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a good thing. With all the people around the community in Guyana and what's
Yeah,
it's good to get the word out.
for sure.
And plus, a lot of them, they use you too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the fact that we can help each other.
Yeah.
And social media is just a great way to do that.
For
to
sure.
Everybody.
for sure.
boost each other up, you know. So
It's been a cool experience to see there is a true community part of Gahanna that I didn't feel like, maybe just because I wasn't working in these
Before,
like the other areas, but
yeah,
to see that is really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, to be a part of that.
We had Tom Nealon in here,
Okay.
the mayor,
Oh yeah,
Good
yeah.
year and a
and
half
he's a
ago.
really good guy. So I know he goes to those chamber things. When we did the chamber thing, there had been a new superintendent
Okay.
for the Gahanna schools. And he just seemed like a really good guy too, so, you know.
Good people all around.
Yeah, there are, well, believe me, there's mayors that think they're like, they
Oh,
own the
like
city or
mine.
something.
Obetz is where I live.
Oh, you live in Obetz? Okay.
He's like a good old boy, but still he gets on my nerves.
Really?
Because he's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I get confused on like where Obetz is at.
It's down by Groveport and Rickenbacker.
Okay.
So just south of here, like
Okay.
8 miles or so.
Gotcha.
Just keep going down 270. You like past 33,
Yeah.
and then the next exit is Allen Creek.
Yes.
That's Obetz right there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you probably, are you making a lot of visits to businesses and stuff?
Yeah, so I'm just starting to do that. And we've had, I mean, last week was the first week I did it. Like, delivered those cookies and everything, and people were like freaking out about these bacon chocolate chip cookies. I mean, they're really good, but like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
but like,
bacon and sweets.
yeah, exactly.
Bacon is just good in any way you cut it down.
Well, we had bacon chocolate shakes in Chicago, and they weren't that great. I mean,
Okay.
it tasted bacony, and I was like,
Yeah.
I love bacon, but it didn't make sense with ice cream.
No, yeah, it was, yeah.
I think with ice cream it might, but a shake is like too runny.
Yeah,
And then there was big chunks in there, so just, I think maybe more the texture of anything fell off. Whereas
Yeah.
the cookies look hard.
yeah,
and so
yeah,
it's good.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
No, next week will definitely be, because I delivered to 6 businesses last week, and 3 of them like contacted me already. And I was like,
Really?
yeah, we're gonna keep doing
Wow,
that then.
yeah,
Like,
wow.
so
Bacon and chocolate, the way to people's hearts.
Yeah.
Do you have a mailing list for the events at your place?
we don't know because
Okay.
Because most of them are private, right?
yeah, they're all private. So this
They
one's
don't
in
need
February.
you
This
to
is the
promote 'em,
first.
right?
Yeah, this
We
is.
want to leech on to something. So.
Yeah. Freaking wedding crasher.
That's awesome.
I've been in funerals. But,
That's awesome.
so, anyway, all right, well, thank you for coming. in.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Thanks
get
for
on
having
the
me
road.
in. I'll-
So, are you on your way now to Cleveland?
I gotta go home and pack.
Okay.
I haven't packed it,
All right.
but
You got a good day to travel on.
Yeah,
yeah, for
absolutely.
sure. So I'll
Is
get
the
up
wedding
there.
tonight?
No, the wedding's Saturday.
Oh,
So I
okay.
wanted to go up tonight, relax.
Okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow, but because Sunday we have the Girl Scouts fundraiser.
Maybe
Crap.
Here?
Yeah, it's at Navona. They're having like 60 vendors come in, so it's gonna be a
Wow.
madhouse. It's gonna be really cool.
That's going to be really packed.
So you
Yeah.
gotta get back for that.
Well, I'm hoping that I've convinced the staff to
That
set
they
it
can
up
take
for
care.
me, and then I'll just have to show up before it starts. So I'll be driving back before like.
Knock on wood, right?
Yeah, hopefully that's what I'm like. If I go up tonight, I can.
Just give it a minute, man.
It's already
bring
got
in
here,
the
huh?
box.
Just set them in the kitchen for now.
We just ordered from Amazon an hour ago, it seems, right? Is that line?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like that immediate?
Prime now, man.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
it's taking over the world.
Like Deep's like, you can order alcohol on there. I was like, dude, you can order anything on here. He was like, look up Natty Light. I'm like, you cheap bastard. Well, he
Nasty.
just finished being a frat boy, so
Okay.
he was like, if it's the same price, we won't have to carry it back.
What about that $5 stuff?
Phil, we sure-
I was like, you have to tip him. He was like, I'm not going to tip. I'm like, come on, dude, don't be a
Phil.
dirtbag.
Yeah, you gotta tip.
Yeah, you got to tip.
Are we sure he's done with the fries?
All right, well, let me get you out of here.
Yeah,
then.
thanks. I appreciate
Sure.
it.
Did you want anything for the
You
road?
want a soda or?
I'm okay. Thanks. I appreciate
Well,
it.
thanks so
Thanks
much
for
for
coming
coming
in.
in. That was
Absolutely.
awesome.
Thanks for having
So
me.
again, we'll get the finished product up there, fixed for the audio, but I think it did pretty good. John Levinsky was on there commenting for you, and
Was he
a couple
really?
other people. Yeah, so yeah, it was good. Well, have a good weekend.
Thanks.
Safe
Yeah.
travels.
Thank you.
All right.
So the comment thing went away, huh?
those 360 cameras are gonna
computer.
be in that shot.
Yeah. Huh? That's okay.